tonight is another small step in historical terms in the struggle of replenishing our youth, replenishing our experience, our energy, bringing it all together with what's already there, bringing in the likes of a David Bell to work with the likes of a, you're not chosen yet, but you've been there and you've been down the years, and the likes of that will improve our struggle across the board. So,
can I have a proposer for...
I went into the council to take Mary Moore's place last year on Bobby Sands' anniversary, and I just have to say, two big names, two big people to try and keep up with. But we have a great coming here at St James's, and we'll all do our best.
All I want to say is this here, 5 years ago the lower floors did the impossible in terms of PR, getting 5 out of 5. That has to be our objective next time. I'm going to ask each of the candidates now to come up and sign up bids, and they go forward, they are cool, and they'll tell us where they can stand or not stand.
It is actually just interesting, just reflecting on the time involved. When Alex Massey was elected here in Belfast City in the year 1983, which will all work out very quickly, 27 years ago, and he's our longest serving councillor in the 6 counties. And at that time we were just dipping our toes into electoral politics, and during the hunger strikes, Big Doc had been elected, and Paddy Agnew and Bobby, and there'd been very impressive votes by Mairead and Joe McDonnell and others. But in the Assembly elections of 1982, the polls predicted that we wouldn't win any seats, and we won 5 seats, including one here in West Belfast, and we took 10% of the vote. And obviously the media didn't accept the outcome of all of that, and our enemies didn't accept, and our opponents didn't accept the outcome of all of that, and it meant when Alex Maskey went into the City Council, and later Sean McKnight, that they were just hit with a barrage of abuse. But there were lots of other people who were elected by Republicans across this city. Remember Taoiseach, for example, being sprayed with a deodorant. The unions collapsed the council structures in order to prevent our representatives from having, as we would have been entitled to do, committee positions, and they refused to nominate us for outside bodies and so on. And this was also when some people of my age here will know this very well, and many of you were victims of it. The RUC and the British Army and the UDR targeted activists and family homes, and we lost many, many loved ones. We lost comrades, but we also lost family members, and there was a bomb at one point actually in the City Hall. So those were very, very, very tough times. that this party cut its teeth on. And I know we're singling out councillors who are stepping down, and there's a wee presentation from later on, but really every single person here deserves a presentation like this, because they were mean, vicious, dirty times. And our people not only stood up to it, but were not just brave and courageous, but were also very magnanimous and very imaginative in how we dealt with all of this. And we also fought back. We didn't take it lying down. I also in Lisburn, and the people who went out to Lisburn in early days, it was Jamie and Gibney and Pat Rice, deserve medals. Because here in the city, even though it was difficult and it was tight, for people to come mostly from the sort of the heartland of West Belfast out into Lisburn and to suffer the real threat of being killed or seriously injured on top of all the other abuse. And they flew the flag out there. Mickey Ferguson, again, passed on. But all of the people who took up positions for this party. And in Lisburn, I mean, there were mobs gathered. When our councillors were attacked, went into the council offices, and again, the unionists blocked us out of holding positions which we rightfully should have had, and did so with the connivance of the SDLP. So, you know, there were people, Sue, Jennifer McCann, like Bobby Labrie here in the city again, Chrissy McCauley, and I know I'm leaving people out, which is always a dangerous thing. We have 14 seats now in Belfast. We've set ourselves a target for next May, and the elections are on the day that Bobby Sands died, so just let's remember that as we go forward. So we want to return with at least 17 seats. We also think we can win 2 extra seats in Lisburn, which would triple our representation there. So that's a huge challenge. So let's go forward, thankful for all that we've been through, and in awe of all the heroes and heroines that we have known and who are in this room. And as I said earlier, these little Oscars that were given out, everybody in this room should get one. So thanks for your work, folks. Thanks to the outgoing councillors, and thanks especially to their families for putting up with them and putting up for us. We're real marvellous.